All right. And before we get started with this episode of Lulu and Pop, we would just like to let you know that this episode has been sponsored by Fishbox. Fishbox is an easy and convenient way so you will never miss your packages. Just go to www.getfishbox.com and check it out. Get your first 30 days on us using the code SPACES. That is SPACES, SPACES. Check it out today. Get Fishbox and never miss a package.
What the fuck?
My fucking iPhone just came on by itself. That is extremely scary. Shit can't be haunted. It's brand new. Anyway, enjoy Fishbox. Check it out. Get a 30 days on us and let us know what you think. And never miss a package. Today, I actually came home and, I have this great story on how the post office lost my package, even though I had a slip. Thank you, USPS.
Fuck you,
fucking
USPS.
suck.
Sorry. I hate them too.
You just want to hijack my ad? All right. Well, now that that's out of the way, please enjoy the show. All right. And we are recording. We are back after a brief hiatus. Welcome back to Lulu and Pop. What's up, Lauren? How you doing?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Thursday night podcast.
Yep. Just want everyone to know that I'm struggling right now. It's like 8. And I've been water fasting for, I want to say 27 days now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
My energy's low.
Yeah.
But I'm going to power through because we owe you guys a show on 420.
We do.
Unfortunately, my laptop is, I don't want to say it's on the last leg. I think it's comfortably laying in its deathbed.
It's just, I don't even, like, I guess at that point it's not really the deathbed, but it's more like, it's in its, like, jazzy, motorized wheelchair.
No. Like, this shit is like laying in a bed.
No, but it's still working. It's still got light.
Yeah, but it's
Some of the buttons work.
Some of the buttons work. The battery holds like a 20-minute charge. The Wi-Fi is gone. There's a lot happening with it. It's definitely, I want to say it's definitely like it got sent home from the hospital and they were like, just enjoy the last bit of your days.
It's in hospice?
Sure. Yeah.
So sad.
It's like putting all of its affairs in order.
Oh, shit. It's got its will and testament last.
Yeah, it's like calling up the relatives that it didn't fuck with and was like, hey, listen, let's put the petty shit aside and deep down, I really don't fuck with you. But I know you contribute to society, so there you go. Yep. So, happy 420 day.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Yeah. You want to 420 blaze it?
I mean, I don't think you're kind of tired, so.
Who, me? I'm asking you questions. This has nothing to do with me.
Oof.
I 420 blaze on a regular basis. Today, I'm not 420 blazing because I feel like it might upset my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm feeling like I'm down to the crumbs. It might be good for you, though. Might make you eat some salsa.
We don't got no. I mean, I shouldn't open the salsa for the party.
I mean,
it's like
as long as you open it when you get there.
3/4 full.
Yeah, as long as you open it when you get there, you open it up and be like, "Yeah, where's the salsa supposed to go?" And you open it up like immediately upon getting in there, and you know, or you can just buy some new salsa and chips. I mean, it's not like it's exclusive to only King of Prussia. You can get that shit anywhere. You can buy that shit on the way down to Jersey. All right, so you have a docket full of 420 shenanigans.
I do. So I thought this week we are clearly dedicating everything to 420 and weed culture.
Right.
Because why not? So instead of talking about things that we've watched, I figured we would discuss our top 5 favorite stoner movies.
Yeah, I was kind of a little confused. I just put you did like 2, and then I did 3.
It would be a combined effort.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you wanted my individual count. Okay, so number 1, Pineapple Express. That's not my number 1.
It's no order for me.
Oh, okay. It's not in order from greatest to least greatest. It's just a list.
Just solid 5.
They all exist in harmony with one another.
Yes.
Okay. Pineapple Express. Yes, I can agree with that. Definitely funny. Favorite line from that? I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers with my bare hands.
Oh, the part where he's like, he has the Daewoo.
Just got killed by a motherfucking Daewoo.
Yeah.
I love that. That's such good writing and such good acting, and it was just a good time. All right, Pineapple Express. Number 2, Half Baked. I think it's an instant classic.
Yeah.
I think everyone who has ever smoked weed in their life has seen Half Baked at least once.
It's true.
It gave us Dave Chappelle.
Wow, yeah.
It was Dave Chappelle's big breakout. Also, that guy with like the glazed over eyes. Like, no one else from that film really did anything extra with their lives.
Hey, what's the the dude's name? Jim. I forget his name. Isn't it Jim something?
I don't know. Make sure you
talking to it.
There you go. What's your favorite scene in Half Baked?
I can't think of one. Can you?
Yeah, I know that whole movie by heart. Yeah. Oh, you want to know?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, there's a point when Mr. Smiley has the Hispanic dude, and he's like, I got your Latin friend. He's like, I'm Cuban B. Yes, Cuban B. And then they're fighting, and that girl's titty pops out, and he's like, ah! And they're like, that's a titty, man. Fully, man. Fully. Yeah.
That was really good.
Thank
I felt
you.
like I was there.
And he was like, Andy, man. Andy, we really need you, man. Andy Garcia, man. We really need you, man. And then he throws like a pound of like ashes or some shit. And Andy Garcia comes up and hits this dude with a guitar. Shit was fucking phenomenal. It was a great movie. All right. Coming in at number 3, How High? Have you seen it?
I have, but it's spotty.
Well, you need to rewatch it.
I think I watched it with you.
I don't think so.
I thought you and all right.
Must have been the other black guy you were dating.
Shut up.
No, How High is great. Method Man and Red Man. They turned it into a TV show on Fox, which was an awful idea. But the movie was great. There's that wonderful part where Mike Epps smacked people with baby powder. It's fucking phenomenal. It's a good film. Got to see it. Number 4, Cheech and Chong. There's just too many of them.
Yeah, there's a ton, but
Up in Smoke is probably their biggest one.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other ones like right off top. I remember seeing one where they turned into iguanas. Well, like they didn't, but you smoked weed and the weed turned you into an iguana. But I don't think niggas was really turning into iguanas. I think they were just like
so fucked up.
I think they were just disappearing and iguanas were everywhere. I'm not sure. I should probably rewatch it. And number 5 for me, I kind of just threw this one in there. I don't know if you had another one, but Paul. Yeah, it's Paul. I can't type A's.
I was trying to figure out what word you were starting to type.
I can't type A's because the keyboard doesn't work.
I literally thought you were starting to write something and then just was like, fuck it.
No, Paul's an alien movie with Seth Rogen. He's a little alien who smokes weed.
Oh, yeah.
And he holds his breath. He turns invisible. It's a pretty good movie.
It's a solid one.
Yeah. And I would say honorable mention would be Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
True. Good point.
Yeah. Cool.
Solid list.
Yep. Moving on.
All right. So instead of talking about the foods that I am eating, because as you all know now, Mark is consuming water. So there's only so much we can talk about that. I mean, he actually can talk a lot about it, but
I've been cooking hella.
You have been cooking hella. But so I decided to do our top 5 favorite stoner foods. First off, the first thing to my head was nachos and salsa, because I feel like we fuck up nachos and salsa.
I want to say that's more your stoner food than my stoner food.
But you be helping me fuck it up.
I mean, I'll fuck up anything. Yeah. But nachos and salsa is definitely good. It is not my go-to for the stoner grubs.
Ooh, even
because
better.
I think it's kind of messy.
If you get the cheese.
I was thinking the cheese.
Mix the salsa in with it.
Oh, yeah, it does sound pretty good. Yep. Let's just keep talking about food. All right. Next, we got, well, this is yours. Go ahead.
Fresh fruits.
Hit or miss. I can do like a platter of fruits, but I'm not trying to like pill.
Oh, no. I'm talking like, like something like a fruit melody you already have with like pineapple.
What's your preferred spread?
I like the tropically fruits, like the pineapple and maybe some watermelon.
Right.
Stuff like that. Cantaloupe.
Okay. Yeah, fresh fruits. Now on to the sloppy shit. I'm gonna say cold pizza. Or room temperature pizza. Any pizza I can eat fast. Definitely anything. It doesn't have to necessarily be ice cold, like refrigerator cold, but like room temperature cold, like recently delivered, but not too hot. Like I'm not trying to have the cheese that scalds my mouth. You know, I don't really like hot food to begin with.
Yep.
So cold pizza is definitely on my avenue. This is a personal favorite of mine. It is something that got me extremely fat when I was smoking a lot of weed in Seattle. And it is cheese-covered tater tots.
Is it like sliced cheese or like the cheese whiz?
No, neither. No. Sliced cheese? No, sliced cheese is like, that would make them like coated. So what I would do is I would get tater tots. And I would put them in the oven and I would bake them. Okay? And then when they were like almost pretty much done, I would then sprinkle 4 shredded cheese over top of them. And it would make like a cheese tater tot casserole. Because they would all kind of stick together and be like one giant sheet of tater tot and cheese. And I would eat that with ketchup and watch Netflix while I was collecting unemployment.
Fun
employment. It was a good time. Gained a lot of weight doing that. And I was just drinking like a 6-pack of PBR a day.
Oh, yeah. I understand the PBR fat.
Yeah, man. Like why not? And the last on the list for me definitely would be cereal. But I want to preface that with Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles is my shit. It is my go-to. It is completely covered in sugar. It is completely horrible for you. But goddamn, does it not make me happy. Anything better would be a Fruity Pebble Rice Krispie treat looking thing.
We had that at Amalga Comics. They had that, remember?
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, so good.
I was a big fan.
Now I want one.
I mean, I want a lot of things right now. All right. Let's get into the post. You want to take lead?
Yeah. So I decided to start off our topics today with trying to find the true meaning of 420. Like, where the heck did it come from? I had no idea.
Right.
Did you? Or do you?
Nope.
Okay, so I found this article on Huffington Post that basically goes over some of the theories about where it came from. There's been a couple different things that people have speculated.
Right.
Some say that there is as many varieties of answers as strains of medical bud in California.
Right.
But it seems like the one that I found most repeated came from 1971. And there was these group of brothers, the Waldo brothers. And they overheard that it was like someone stationed in the military had a crop of marijuana that they could no longer tend to. It was supposed to be like the jackpot of weed. So they basically started to meet at 420 every day to go search for this.
Okay.
And they never actually found it, but they would use the term 420 too. They'd be like, oh, let's go 420. Like it just became a thing for them. And then one of the brothers was actually friends with the Grateful Dead.
Nice.
And the Grateful Dead are the ones that really popularized that day.
Okay.
So.
And then turned into a police code?
I guess. When did it become a police?
In the 70s?
Yeah.
Wow. The history of 420. I thought that I never needed to know that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just never really cared.
It says no one's ever been able to come up with any use of 420 that predates the 1971 usage.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. I've always heard of 420.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, I actually get the luxury of lighting incense around 420.
Mm-hmm.
But usually on 420, like the actual April 20th, I'm always fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always a scenario where I can never fully like get into it. I think next 420, I'm going to do it proper, and I'm going to like maybe withstand from smoking for like a month, and then take off on that day, and then just like go in.
We can go to Ben and Jerry's and get their taco ice cream.
I'll probably need to get that in advance because I'm not trying to drive.
Well, they only make it. Today's the only day you can get it.
Well, someone's got to bite that bullet.
Staring at me.
Eyes
on me.
You like smoke light.
Mm-hmm.
I be trying to smoke to change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting story. I'm into that. That's a good little research, good little finder there. Curious, were you Googling all this weed stuff while you were at work?
Yep.
Just don't give a damn about none of them servers, huh? Just out there just
I was
searching
on
for
Huffington. I wasn't Googling like. I was going on like news sites. Like I wasn't Googling like.
Okay. My baby like living on the edge.
Yeah.
Toes on the edge, just gripping on, yelling out into the abyss, I'm alive and shit. Some kid grabbing you by the arm saying, don't do it, Lauren, no. You're so special, but you don't really fuck with him, but he's in love with you.
Oh, it's a weird story.
No, that's how most 80 movies goes with girls screaming on edges.
Oh.
They usually don't fuck with those dudes. They might like make out with them once, but then they go back to like what's real. And that little poor fucker grows up to be like a movie director or something. He wrote a book or some shit.
So it has a happy ending?
No, he'll probably kill himself.
Jesus.
Hey, man, life is hard.
Huh.
What you got next?
All right. So, I also was just like, when I was like thinking about doing this topic for the show, I'm like, well, you know, how many people out there will actually be interested in a show like this?
Yeah.
And I came across this article that was just done like on the 17th.
Yep.
About the percentage of Americans that admit to have had smoked pot before.
Right.
So as we know, that means it's probably higher.
Oh, yeah, true.
But according to a new poll released, 52% of Americans over 18 have tried marijuana at some point in their lives. So at least 52% of the people listening to this podcast aren't offended.
I mean, let's be real. If they're offended by the marijuana show,
yeah, they're not.
We've probably offended them way before this shit.
Our pictures are offending them. Our love is offending them.
I mean, I don't know. You don't have to be racist to hate weed.
But you usually, I'm gonna categorize you.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, I know people who have never smoked weed, and I don't believe them. The only people I truly believe who have never smoked weed are people who like were homeschooled and they were like just like super weird to begin with as individuals. And generally, they're the same people who don't drink coffee or soda, and they're just like they just eat crackers in the corner and drink glasses of water or milk. Milk is like a big weird person thing. Like if you're at a desk and the guy sits down with a full glass of milk as a grown adult,
Oh, you're a serial killer.
you're like, what the fuck
I'm gonna
is
think
wrong
you're.
with you?
I'm gonna think you're a serial killer. I'm like a psychopath.
Yeah, and then what if he has some ice cubes in that shit?
Boo. Ew. I'd be like, I can't sit next to him. Gotta move.
What do you mean you should move? He might scalp you and wear your hair.
Oh,
to the
jeez,
ball
Louise. Yeah,
later
it's true.
tonight.
Oof.
Just letting you know.
Like I call home. Like I had to quit my job.
Because of the cereal, because of the milk, the milk drinking stalker.
Yep.
He'd just be talking to you with
Like,
a real mustache.
I
coated in milk.
I was scared, and then he threw some ice cubes in there, and I was like, I walked out.
I mean, sometimes you got to keep that shit
Fear
cold. I know
took
people that put
over.
ice cubes in cereal.
That is disgusting.
I mean, I know a few.
Ugh.
I know a few. All right. So moving on, I kind of stay true to what I usually do. And I found a couples article about weed consumption. Ba-ba-ba. So, do you believe this or don't you believe this? Apparently, couples that smoke cannabis together are more loving.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know why I believe it?
Why?
Because weed ain't cheap. You
I
gotta go half on them. You gotta go half on them eighths. You know?
thought you were gonna say because it chills people the fuck out.
No. I think it's definitely like a community thing. Because, weed's not cheap. And then generally what happens after weed isn't cheap either. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys don't eat together, but you smoke together, you're going to eat something together. Weed mellows you out. That's definitely for sure. Like, I don't think people are smoking weed and then getting into intense fights.
Heated, arguments.
Yeah, and like crazy debates like, no, fuck you. No, bitch, fuck you. Nah, people are usually smoking weed and being like, man, should we watch like fucking the Avengers or do you just want to watch like regular TV shows? And be like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then you just end up playing Spotify or Pandora. Back in the day, Pandora used to be popping. Pandora's trash. Pandora still plays the same songs.
And they have so many commercials.
They have a lot of commercials.
Spotify doesn't have commercials.
Spotify has a lot of commercials.
I don't hear any ever at work.
Shit. Listen long enough. They be having like three. They be like song, commercial.
No, not the Spotify.
Swear to
I
God.
swear my Spotify at work doesn't do that.
Maybe you're low-key paying for that shit.
That would be.
Because the Spotify I listen to.
I don't put on the radio, though. I put on albums.
Yeah. They will, like, God forbid I change an album. I'm getting 3 commercials off top.
I never. Maybe because I'm, like, doing shit, too. I'm, like, answering the phone.
I don't know. Maybe you're not listening to them, but Spotify plays hella commercials. Hella.
Interesting.
So, according to this study, they say that trust and loyalty are also stronger with partners who use cannabis together. Trust and loyalty. You know why? Because you got to trust. You're going to give this motherfucker your money. And the loyalty, they're going to come back with that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got there's trust in breaking down and rolling up. There's trust there.
That's profound.
There's trust. Because you can put some wild shit in there.
Yeah.
Have your girl clucking at the moon.
Yeah, who would do that, though?
I mean, come on now.
I know.
There's some sick people in the world.
That's true.
Yep. Cannabis is also known to make sex better. All right, let's talk about this. Have you ever had high sex?
Sure, I have.
You can't. Like, can you think of a scenario when you've had high sex? Like, just think back. You don't want to get into crazy details.
I mean,
think back to young Lauren playing like some Blink 182.
No, stop. Just stop.
You got like some overalls and Converses on or some overalls. Shit. I don't know. I don't know what white girls wore in the early 2000s.
Nothing great, because I mean, skinny jeans didn't really exist, so no one was dressed that good.
So I just imagine you dressed like Ally McBeal and shit. No, well, not Ally McBeal. What was the
like a middle-aged businesswoman?
No, what was the curly-haired white chick? She had that TV show and it was like super popping, and she cut her hair and the show like tanked.
Felicity.
Yeah, I thought all white chicks dressed like Felicity.
Yeah, that's better. That's a better example.
Yeah, so you had like flowers in your shit and like some overalls.
No, but I'm sure. I sure did.
Okay.
That make you feel better?
Had some flowers in your shit. You had some overalls. I naturally was wearing some Air Force Ones. Some jeans with NBA stamps all over them.
Oh, yeah.
A throwback jersey and a baggy white tee. I had a wave cap and a fitted hat on backwards.
Stop. Young pop.
So, I also had cornrows. I also had a weave.
Stop it.
Real life.
How?
Cornrows weren't long enough. But I'm not in 2000, I'm not about to go to no parties with baby cornrows. The fucking backs looking all tight up on your neck. Hell nah. I said, hey, put some shit in here to make this shit longer.
Stop.
So I can grow into it.
Oh.
Yeah, and she put some shit in there. My cornrows was decent.
Oh my god.
Girls was like, oh, look at your hang time. Yo, first impressions are lasting.
And you were like, yeah, don't touch it.
I was like, yeah, go ahead and touch it. That shit was silky.
Did they know it was fake?
No, that shit was cornrowed in. You really can't tell. I mean, a hairstylist could. But it was dark. I had a wave cap. So it was a good time. I think I was in like Hampton or something. One of them HBCUs for their homecoming. We was tearing that shit up. It was a good ass time. But that has nothing to do. I wasn't high then. I was just like regular me.
Just regular you.
Yeah, just chilling.
I mean, at 2000, I was young.
I mean, he wasn't. I mean, he was like 15.
Yeah.
All right. That's not like.
I was a freshman in high school.
I mean, yeah, that's still getting it popping. 2002, 2003, he was around there, so you know, you can still get it. Say the words.
I didn't smoke though then.
Oh.
At all. I didn't smoke till I moved to Philly.
All right, fine. So, hot sex, you've had it before. Yes.
I'm sure I have. It's one of those things, though. It's like, I know it's not great. Because anything you're slowed down, your senses aren't great.
Well, that's so.
Check. Boop, boop. Sorry.
So the question is. So, yes, you've had high intercourse. You have to answer yes to that question to get the next question. Why is it like, come on.
I mean.
Have you had high intercourse?
Why? This feels a little like.
What? Incriminating?
A little, what's the word?
Personal?
Yes.
What? It's just sex and weed. I mean, we're married. We can talk about all this shit.
Yeah. Not like.
In front of people?
Yeah.
Well, it's already happening. So this is a yes, correct?
Why don't you just talk?
All right. So I have to. And I don't necessarily agree with cannabis is known to make sex better. That's all that this was.
Well, I already said that. I already knew. I'm like, I can tell you already that any type of like under the influence of anything,
right?
Nobody's at peak performance.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
I think tipsy sex is pretty poppin'. Have you had tipsy sex?
Can you not ask me these things? Especially things that you know the answer to?
Fine. So
I'm like, no, I have not.
I'll be like, lies! Lies and deceit. So if I had to choose between high sex or tipsy sex, I would definitely choose tipsy sex. If I had to choose between high sex and drunk sex, oh man, I think I would just go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer sleeping at that point. Like, if I was like violently high, like that type of high where you're like, you can't get off the couch, and you're just like, you're kind of scared, and you're nervous, you just want to come down.
Yes.
Like, I just want to go to sleep. And if I'm super drunk and the shit's spinning, there is nothing happening.
Nope.
There is no lovemaking. Just
hoping I don't throw up.
I just hoping whoever's around is staying around for some type of sobering time. If not, then then it's been fun. So I want to beg to differ on this. I do not believe that cannabis is known to make your sex life super better, but who knows? We may be in the minority with that. I personally would believe that ecstasy would kind of make your sex life a lot more enjoyable, but I've never done ecstasy. It's one of the ones that I haven't touched. But from everything that I know about ecstasy, even in the name ecstasy, the shit is built around giving much better intensive orgasms. Where I feel like cannabis, I feel like I would just kind of be like, kind of ready to eat and then sleep afterwards. Maybe it feels lazy sex. I don't know. I just doubt it. Like, that's like saying shrooms make sex better. I would just imagine it would make sex weird. It would just make it like uncomfortable and kind of strange, and you really wouldn't want it. So I'm going to beg to differ on that, but I do believe that couples that smoke together do stay together longer. But then again, I think the same thing could probably be argued with couples that drink hardcore, because alcoholics and shit be kicking it together pretty tough.
They also be, I
mean, it ends violently, but the love is there. You know? So I think any couple who have the same vice, I would imagine couples who also go to the gym hardcore, they probably have some type of like equal share where, you know, they're spotting each other and shit, and they get really hyped when Under Armour has like a 20% off sale and shit, and he buys her like fucking like sports bras for her birthday and Valentine's Day and shit. So, you know, moving on to that, I want to get on an environmental issue with weed, and I want to talk about hemp. Apparently, hemp is amazing. There's a really great story on how hemp is like this wonder drug that can make paper and clothes and like all these other products that are like perfect for your body and life and mind. And it's been outlawed by America because the paper company didn't want to share their stock because paper is monopolized by trees. And people just want to keep fucking up the earth to make them dollars. Like at one point, like you have to become rich enough. You know? Yeah. So I found this article on 10 useful things for hemp. Number 1, hemp is more sustainable than any other crop. Well, that's great to know. What does sustainable mean? What does sustainable mean? What does that mean? What do you think sustainable means? I always thought sustainable meant like it continues to give.
To meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs.
Okay, I'm into that. Number 2, hemp has been grown forever. The plant is so old that it has been dated back to 8,000 BC.
Wow.
Before Christ.
Damn.
Before Jesus. Number 3, hemp is one of the most durable fibers on the planet. Hemp fibers are so strong they can replace metal and glass. Come on now. That's fucking phenomenal. Like anyone who has a problem with weed, like it's right there. It's here from you and me and for everyone.
Wow. Did you read Henry Ford's first car was meant to run on hemp? It was made of hemp plastics.
I mean, can you like at least say like number 4? Like
no, that's underneath the 3.
Oh, really? Where is that at?
It's in the blue.
Oh shit. Oh, because the next one is number 4. Hemp was used as fuel.
Can be.
Yeah, so that's why I thought you were jumping because they were talking about the tactile strength of it. My bad. I apologize. Number 4, hemp can be used as fuel. This is nice to know because the shit grows. Imagine growing your own fuel. Yeah. Okay. Number 5, hemp fabrics is better than many others. Hemp fabrics are hollow. So many fabrics are made from the plant. The fabric provides warmth in the winter and helps you keep cool in the summer. This shit sounds awesome.
It does.
It sounds like a heater and an air conditioner that goes up out of the ground and will also make you appreciate the music and how baked tater tots with cheese and ketchup taste. Number 6, hemp seed is a nutritional food source. Come on now. You can sprinkle hemp seeds on stuff. This is amazing.
It's a great protein source.
Hemp seeds protein is 25%. Oh, I don't even know what that means. 65%. Is that globulin?
Globulin? I don't know.
It sounds intense.
It does.
And it has the perfect omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I'm here for it.
It's highly digestible, unlike soy, and can help People here heal from immunity disorders.
It's amazing. Number 7, hemp grows fast. Hemp can grow in about 3 to 4 months to get fully grown. That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it takes plants to grow, but if 3 to 4 months is fast, I'm guessing a really fucking long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy because we be throwing away mad shit at my job. We just be like
It's
chucking
everywhere.
avocados. I mean, they get gross.
Yeah.
All right, hemp can be grown without pesticides, herbicides, or fungicides. Oh, can't most things be grown without that shit? I guess what the bugs eat them. Bugs won't eat the hemp.
I guess.
Okay. And number 9, hemp is medicine. The Medical College of Virginia has been funded by the National Institute of Health to find evidence that marijuana damages the human immune system. Imagine their surprise, dun, 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 when the results came back indicating the opposite. Instead of causing the death of mice implanted with brain cancer. Hold up. Let's just talk about that for a second. They gave mice brain cancer.
They be doing fucked up shit.
How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
Scientists are the worst motherfuckers on this earth.
Mm.
Like, why you gotta experiment like that? Giving a mouse. Just imagine if like some aliens came down and just like grab motherfuckers up and then just gave them like face syphilis, and being like, we just want to see if we can get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they gave these mice brain cancer. That makes me so angry. Well, marijuana considerably slowed the growth of their tumors and extended their lives, and even hemp, the non-THC full counterpart to cannabis, harnesses healing properties. Why they gotta give the goddamn mice brain cancer?
They do a lot of worse things to this, but we won't get into that now.
All right. And number 10, hemp is still illegal to cultivate. While there has been some advances with the Individual Hemp Farming Act of 2013, thank you, Obama, which allows certain states limited ability to grow hemp as long as the dry plants has Delta 9. Ooh, what is that?
That is a very large word.
Tetrahydrocannabinol concentrate of no more than 0.3%. It is still a federal crime to grow hemp, and it is classified as a dangerous drug. I fucking hate. I know. I'm just gonna make a generalization and be like, these are old, rich white people that made this up. Because there's no old, rich black people really in America like that. Not really. I mean, we have some wealthy, rich black people, but we don't got like old, like my parents' parents had money and I tripled their money because I'm just that bad of a bitch. Like these motherfuckers had $1 million, and then my pop had like 50 million, and then I came on the scene and I put on like 2.5 billion. Swag, motherfucker. Like we don't got no black people like that. Not yet. With time, hopefully. Lord willing. So yeah. That's exciting. Get some hemp, man. Work that shit out. I used to have a hemp bracelet. I thought that shit was kind of fly.
Let me get you a new one.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm like an adult. I had that shit with like a fucking like shellfish on it or something. And wore it as a choker.
Stop.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, you want to get you a necklace?
No, I said I'm an adult. Those hemp them hemp shell days are behind me. It's elementary school.
I'm a grown man.
Can't be wearing that shit. You can get me some gold plated hemp. I'll fuck with that.
Gold plated hemp, is that a thing?
I mean, we can make it a thing. You know, don't limit your imagination. Get out there, see the world, do some shit. All right, and lastly, what do you got?
I figured we finish this up with our favorite celebrity stoners.
Okay.
I thought of Seth Rogan immediately.
I am so sorry. Let's just start with that again.
Okay. So I figured we finish this up with talking about our favorite celebrity stoners.
Okay.
And the first person that came to my mind was Seth Rogen.
Okay.
I just really like him.
Yep.
I think he's funny as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly high quite often.
Yeah.
but not a piece of shit. Like,
I love and hate his laugh.
oh, see, I like laughs.
I love and hate his laugh simultaneously.
Wow.
It's like
it's so real though. Like he's like really laughing though. Like it's not like a he.
Yeah, but it sounds dry and like awful. But it's so awkward and it's so genuine. Like I can't not
that's the word,
like
genuine.
appreciate it. But it is I would never want that laugh. And I've actually worked on my laugh a little bit. Because at one point I used to be like, like, you know, there was like some extra sound effects in there that I didn't want. You ever hear someone snort when they laugh on a reg?
I mean, I've snorted.
I know, but have you ever heard like someone laughing and then they snort and then they've never snorted before?
Oh yeah, or it doesn't happen often and they're embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember there was this girl that I knew in Virginia and she was like a really pretty girl. I used to work with her and she snorted every time she laughed. Every time she laughed.
Wow.
And it was like one of those things out of like a TV show or a movie where you would see this person and then they would start like snorting when they laughed. And it was kind of like they wasn't as fly as I thought they were.
They're more human, more flawed.
Yeah. Like she was still cute. She was still like a cool person. But it was just like, I really thought like there was no chances of us ever kicking on any type of level because she was out of my threshold. But I seriously thought like, yo, do I really want that laugh around me? Like for like it was even like yo, like first of all, I couldn't even pull that if I wanted to. But if I could pull that, I was like, yo,
not quite sure.
Is that the kind of shit I want to bring to the dinner table? I'm with my family and someone tells a fucking good joke. And she just starts going at it at the mouth, you know?
Like, what would your mom do? Would your mom stop eating and like look?
No, I think my mom would say some shit afterwards. My mom's pretty chill. My mom's pretty good. She wouldn't say nothing until like, well, I did notice that her laugh was a little peculiar. And I'd be like, Mom, she snorts. She does, don't she? Yeah. I think that's cool. Yeah, Seth Rogen's cool. I would definitely say that my favorite stoner celebrity was probably all musicians. Like, I think musicians are my favorite stoners. I just appreciate them more. Action Bronson.
Oh, yeah.
Musician,
solid.
Stoner. Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah.
Musician, hardcore stoner. I don't really fuck with Wiz Khalifa as much. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate what he's done for the weed community. Currency, weed stoner, and Red and Meth. Like Redman and Method Man were my Cheech and Chong of my generation. Like their song "How High" was my shit. I might even play it at the end of this.
Close out. You can close out with that.
Yeah, that'd be fine. So yeah, I don't have any acting really faves. Seth Rogen is cool. I appreciate him. People say that I remind them of him. I'm partially jealous of him because I think he's younger than me.
I think he's like the same age as you.
I think he's like a little bit younger. I think he's like 33.
Okay, so a year. That's like the same age.
I'm just saying I'm older than him.
Okay.
And he's super successful and it pisses me off. Okay.
You're successful too.
Nah.
I mean,
not like that. Like I didn't bring The Preacher to TV. I'm not making a movie about the Invincible. You know, like those is like, you know. I thought that Kevin Smith was a stoner, but apparently he's not.
He just writes about it.
I guess, and he smokes occasionally, but he's not known for indulging super tough. Not like Seth Rogen. So, all right. Well, I guess that
brings us to the end.
Yeah. This is going to be an interesting show. I mean, the audience will definitely not know what's happening, but I definitely got my work cut out for me. I definitely got to get some new microphones up in this bitch. or cords. I'm not sure if it's the cords or the microphone.
Yeah,
I would imagine it's the short cords. So I need to invest in some better cords. Hopefully, it's not the recorder. Yeah, and we'll be back. I guess we'll record another episode this Sunday for the week, like we usually will, and get back on regular schedule.
Yeah, we'll have to do it before you leave.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can. Hopefully, we can pick like a afternoon. Got more pep in my step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll do it Sunday afternoon.
Yep. Oh man, I can't wait to like be back to normal. What a great time. What a great time to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone out there who toted up on 420, I will burn a bowl with you before I go to sleep. Call it my nightcap.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I guess that you got anything?
No. Don't.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because you were staring at me.
Well, you want me to just look straight ahead? You're the only person in the room.
I am. I mean, we are.
And don't avoid my eye contact.
It's hard to turn my head because of the headphones. It's like, you see it. It's
like. Oh, yeah. Blame it on technology. I see where you're going with this. All right. And until next time, Lauren, say goodbye.
Goodbye.